Hi guys, I'm live. Want to do some bed rant with you guys. Um, I just want to keep you guys updated on what's going on with me. um, so like I said, my wife's divorcing me and we're selling the house. I'm not going to fight her on the divorce. That looks stupid anyway. Please don't divorce me. No, screw you. Get out of here. Sorry. But as far as the house, she hasn't put any thought into helping me manage my end of the selling of the house. She only gives me ideas on what helps her, such as get a new fridge, make sure the house is clean whenever they go to buy it. She hasn't given me a whim of, not that she owes me anything, but she hasn't given me a whim of thought about, well, do this with your money when you get your money, and don't do this and buy here and what are you going to do, and she doesn't care about any of that. She cares only about what helps her sell the house and get the heck out of my life. I just now figured that out like today. It's been like how long has this been going on, like 2 weeks, a week or something, and I just now realized, wow, she only thinks about things that help her. But anyway, I have to do otherwise. We sell the house, we sell the house. And I'm not, she can help clean it up too, I guess. Maybe I will, I don't know, but it's not just that on my end. I don't have tons of rich family like she does to help her and give her a place to stay and people to love her and all this crap. I'm on my own here. So the math is we owe like 145 on the house and it's worth about 400, so we get about 250 so total, so I get about $125,000. And I don't want to blow that renting a room from someone that doesn't really want me there. Nobody wants to rent a room to me, I can tell that. I just have a feeling, who wants Shirtless Guy as a roommate? I mean, eventually problems are going to happen and that will go away. And then either there'll be another situation where I'm renting from someone else or nobody will want to rent to me. So I've realized what I have to do is I have to buy a cheaper home. I have to buy a cheaper home that I actually can't afford, and that means, as far as the math looks to me, like I have to move to Hemet or San Joaquino or Menifee or someplace north of here, where the houses aren't as expensive, and I won't be living in Murrieta Temecula indefinitely now, as it turns out. I can't afford it here, and my wife's not, and nobody wants me as a roommate. I can tell that. I met a couple of friends that I asked to help about that, and it seems like they don't really like my texts because I get too lovey-dovey. Maybe, I don't know, like I get too personal, like, I hope you're having a great day, love you, and they're just like, what? People don't like love. People don't like just, I'm not saying that in this case. I'm not saying that for sure, but even if the person came back and said somebody wants to rent a room, it just won't work out. I've had that situation before, and it's just that far from homelessness, and usually homelessness is right around the corner knocking. I just can't do it. But thanks to the people that have thought of helping me in that regard. But what I'm going to do is I have to, I've already got a couple places. Look, I'm going to see a realtor on Monday, someone I know, and I've already got a couple places, possible in the Hemet and San Joaquino, how do you spell it? San Joaquino, I don't know, Menifee area. But the realtor, I think, will help me, and I have to buy a new home here. I can't just wander around and continue wandering around. Oh, it's not that I wander now. I have a home here, but I can't wander around Temecula Murrieta forever. And my wife doesn't care dick about what happens to me after she gets her money in the divorce. She wouldn't. She doesn't seem like she does anyway. Let's see if I'm wrong. Prove me wrong, Socrates. But that's what I need to do. And it may happen within months. By this time next year, I'll likely be, not living in Murrieta Temecula. So, but since I'm probably going to Menifee, San Joaquino, Hemet, I might take a bus once in a while into town and still walk around. We'll see how that works out. I'm not promising I won't do that, but I'm not saying I will every day. But it's something I like to do. So we'll see how the buses work. So maybe I could have a couple days a week where I walk around town still. but I just have to take a bus home and a bus here. I don't know how that works out. I don't even know what it's like living in Murray in those other cities. I've never lived in them, of course. But I'm just letting you guys know. I'm transparent with you guys. Haters, think what you want. Keep making the videos. Burner Bear. What's the other one? Willard. You're doing a good job. Sometimes I even watch 30 seconds of them. LOL. I watch a couple minutes once in a while. But I don't want anything to mess up my my space for my music. I don't need shit in my head from people that just flat out hate me. It doesn't really help my process. Maybe it helps them and people that watch their videos, but I stay away from most of that. I know it happens. I know they do it, but TMI. I don't know. So I'm just being transparent with you guys, and I'm just saying what's going on with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the new songs, Poor as Dirt and Suspicious of Suspicion. Doesn't seem like people watched them that much, but maybe they did. I don't know. I'm not the greatest analyzer of that, but I wrote those on my walk yesterday. I really wrote those two songs, Poor as Dirt and Suspicious of Suspicion, just on my walk yesterday. Just came home and put music to it, and hope you guys like them. I'm sorry if you don't. I guess it's implied by hope you guys like them. If I hope you guys like them, then I am sorry if you don't. At least my shredding's up to par now. My shredding's up to par. It's where I really wanted it to be all along. All those recordings with the moderator were just cutting my teeth, as I've said. Getting my fingers working, and yeah, some of the songs are good. But I don't own those, probably. Moderator does. He's the wheeler dude in the business world, not me. If he wants to make a ton of money off those songs, he probably can do it and not give me a dime, LOL, right? And probably get away with it and do just fine, right? Even though I wrote them, whatever. Who cares? That's another thing about me, when I read the book 1984 by George Orwell, about the fictional book, but yeah, it could be true, about the future from his day, dystopian society, it was the proles that got left alone by the people, by the main, big brother left the proles alone because they were considered like subhuman or something, and they just left them alone to do what they wanted, more or less. I never wanted to, in my heart, I never wanted to be a society person. I want to be high society. If it happens from my music, that's fine, and I'll take that, but it'll be mine. It won't be mine in Dallas's or mine in somebody else's. If it happens to me, I'll accept it. But I also accept if it doesn't, and I end up being a figurative prole, where at least I'm just leave me alone type of person, If that's the best I can do in this world, then so be it, But obviously, at least Dal doesn't want me as a wife. That's clear. I mean, as a husband or whatever. Yeah, you get it. Most people aren't going to want to rent a room to me. Sad truth. Money does run the world. I mean, so people the fact that money rules the world is the reason why no one really can love each other, or does love each other, because they buy into it. They buy into the I just got to get ahead. I just got to get more money to live, and then before you know it, they've died and they didn't even do anything but live. They didn't really live the way they wanted to. They just lived to get by, so they would not be on the streets or go hungry or whatever that fear is. And I'm not really. I don't have that so much. I've been near the streets before, and I've faced death. I've actually faced wanting to die before already. And I don't want to die now, but I know what that feels like. And I own a home now, but I know what it feels like not to. And I'm not afraid, in the overall picture, to be Shirtless Guy first, and do my music first, and consequences come what they may. I'm not going to sell my soul, whatever that means, literally, figuratively, whatever that really means, just to eke an existence along in this world, just so I die having never been on the street. I'm not going to do that. When I die, I want to go, I did Shirtless Guy the way I wanted to. I lived like I believed in. That's the only thing that's going to get you another level in the next life. Just eking by this life and just doing what everyone else does isn't going to help you in the next life. And it's just going to make you like everybody else who usually doesn't do well in the next life. I want to make a mark in my Akashic records, in my karma records, that I stood up for what I believed in this life, despite money ruling the world, and despite people not loving each other, and despite the hate that exists from people not loving each other and money ruling the world. I don't stand for that. I may not be able to beat it, but I don't have to like it, and I don't have to accept it, and I don't have to agree with it in my heart. So I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.